all y'all people that vape, please tell me why it is that most of you feel like you can vape anywhere and everywhere with no repercussions and no consideration to anyone else. Why is it that it's in your head that you can do so? I get so many people that I give rides to, and sure enough, they won't ask if they can vape. All I do is either I'll see them in the rearview mirror or I hear that sound. It's like, don't vape in my car. And about 40% of the people that I have to tell, don't vape in my car, sure enough, a minute or two later, I hear that sound again, or I see it in the rearview mirror. See, Loretta taught me how to drive, and she always told me, always be looking in your rearview mirrors. Always be aware of your surroundings. So anytime I hear someone hit that vape, and I have to tell them, don't vape in my car, that's their one warning. After that, I'm keeping an eye on them. And my rearview mirror is set up in a way that I can't actually see out the rearview mirror. Instead, I can see the people in my back seat and what they're doing. And if I have to tell them a second time, I'm pulling over. And I'm telling them to get the hell out of my car. I've kicked so many people out of my car for being completely disrespectful and not caring about other people and their property. See, that vape stuff leaves an oily film all over everything, which means it puts it on my windshield, which means when I'm driving at night, the lights glare and it makes it hard to drive. But people that vape seem to not care, or they don't think about it. It's like, I shouldn't have to go and clean my windshield with pure rubbing alcohol. It's the only thing I have found that cuts that stuff off of there. It's frustrating as hell. And to make matters worse than that, I had 2 nights ago, I picked up this lady and her 2 friends. It was around midnight. And sure enough, 2 minutes after we start driving, she hits the vape. I hear it. I'm like, don't vape in my car. And she says, all pissy. Okay. And then my guard is up. And so now I'm keeping an eye on her in the rearview mirror. Like every 2 seconds, I'm looking at the road, I'm looking in the rearview mirror. I'm looking at the road, I'm looking in the rearview mirror. And sure enough, 2 minutes later, she's hitting cocaine. She's snorting it in my car. And I'm thinking to myself, what in your stupid brain makes you think that if you can't vape in my car, you can snort cocaine in my car? That's totally stupid. So the first thing I did is I was parked at a light when she did it. I pulled over as soon as I got through that light. And I told them, get the hell out of my car. She was like, why? I was like, because you're not doing drugs in my car. No. And her friend chimed up and was like, are you serious? Hell yeah, I'm serious. Get out. And we were like 5 miles from their destination. If you vape, leave in the comments. Tell me why it is that so many of you feel like you can vape anywhere and everywhere and it's perfectly fine. I don't want to be breathing in that stuff. I got enough health problems. I was born with lung problems. I don't need that stuff in my lungs. And we're in a closed car and you're doing it? No. Tell me why it is so many of you that vape feel that it's perfectly fine and acceptable. You wouldn't smoke in my car. You wouldn't pop open a beer in my car. So why would so many of you get in my car and think that it's just fine to hit that vape? All right. Until next time.